How does a god die? The answer is that all gods die the same way, alone, cold, forgotten. Does not matter how high they raised the temples to you, does not matter how many years they sang your praises. When you are cast down, it is only a matter of time before the people cease to pray. Then they cease to curse you. Then they cease to remember you entirely. Doesn't matter if you were the wispy god of a single tribe, or the god who stood at the head of a mighty pantheon, spanning countless kingdoms and eons. Some hold on for long enough to be rediscovered. They keep the stories alive somehow, and sleep until they can be remembered in a better age and worshipped once more. It is dangerous to attempt. Only rarely do you return the same as when you were being forgotten. I know that the wise Odin did this, but much has been forgotten, and the ways may never truly be recovered. But genuine, yet rapt worship is still better than none at all. I have left behind nothing. There are no stories about me, no mortal descendants carrying my blood any longer. Even my name has passed out of memory, and that is the last thing that can keep a god alive. A name. As long as you have a name, you can return. You can influence mortals. You can attempt a second coming, a re-origination, a new theology, a new identity, but still better than dissolving into raw firmament. But without a name, you are dust. And I am fading. Once I was a great god, the greatest. My name was praised in thousands of cities. It was on the tongue of millions of faithful worshippers. Temples, monuments, and statues were raised to my glory, to my truth. Armies shouted my name and my blessings as they crushed the heretic and the pagan. People would sacrifice their most beloved objects to me in hope of living forever in my eternal heavenly estates, forever enjoying the gardens of harmony, forever remaining young, happy, and free. But there was a catastrophe. A great volcano erupted, causing a year with no summer. The nomadic tribes, hard pressed by this, invaded the realms of my faithful, and though my worshippers were brave and true, they were not warriors, and they weren't as desperate as the nomads invading them were. My temples were burned, my cities were razed, my people were scattered to the four winds. Nothing remained. Soon my teachings and laws were forgotten. Then the legends, until I was nothing but a name, and even that was forgotten. When a god dies, their followers, the worshippers who come to their afterlives, die as well. A final death. It is the deal between man and God. We maintain the ever after, allowing reincarnations or eternal bliss. They worship us and keep us alive. Now the grand palaces are ruined. The gardens are desolate and barren. The light has gone out of every room. Nothing remains. All is ended, and the once bright souls of my worshippers have flickered out of existence. I cared for them, loved them, and kept them from dissolving into the abyssal void. Had I the strength, I would have wept, but even that is beyond me. Yet something is keeping me here. Days away from fading into the eternal void, I linger still. As I prepare to cease, to my surprise, I hear something. It is faint, so very faint, a mere whisper. But after centuries of silent decay, it is like shouting to me. My eyes, closed and empty for decades, open again. It is not my imagination. It is a prayer, repeated over and over again. A genuine prayer, but someone who needs their god. Last time I heard this, Zeus still stood astride the position as the head god of the Roman Empire. It has been ages. The faith of the carpenter and the followers of the holy word have swept over the world since then. I need to do this. If nothing else, in this age where the gods do nothing for the worshippers, I can do some good before passing. Perhaps if I, a bringer of light and hope, can save this last person, it will not have been entirely a waste, these past centuries of decay. I could willingly have let the void claim me years ago, but I held on, for my old worshippers, for the hope of a new beginning. I follow the voice, tired and broken as I am, to its source. A single scared woman, a girl, barely more than a child, caged in the dark by some malefactor. A single woman praying for hope, light, and the future. She doesn't know it, but she has repeated the traditional prayer to me, the prayer they once prayed every day in my temples. How she did it, I do not know. It is 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but she has prayed the exact words. Hope bringer, keep me in the light, keep me safe, take me away from the darkness and the evil that dwells within. You are the light that shines in the darkness, and the light cannot be defeated. The ages where men could with ease hear the gods is long past. The age of oracles and prophets is gone, but what is gone can return. And if the time of miracles, of mighty gods has come once more, then her prayer will be answered. As her tormentor enters, he is not alone with her. I am there. His pig-like eyes widen as he beholds me. He squeals like a pig when he sees my blade drawn from its scabbard. And as the girl sees me, her faith soars. With such good faith, I begin to light. And as I stab my blade into the monstrously retorted man wearing the gross hat, my blade, which once was the protection of the world, shines like the sun. He falls to the floor, his mind filled with fear and hatred, as his ideas of races and murder dies. Turning to the girl, I speak to her, God to prophet. You have prayed, and I have answered. Sight is knowledge, understanding. Within you, my name burns. Around her, the cage that has kept her contained lights up and turns to cold ash. Speak my name, prophet. Speak my name, Zara Lesedi Smith. And let an age of justice, hope, and light begin. She looks at me like a girl, but stands up a woman. Her dark eyes is filled with my light. Under her dark skin, the fire of faith makes her veins light up. Her mouth parts. I called upon you, hope bringer, and now I name you. Once you were Rinistril, and your people are long dead. I name you again and call you Railin of justice, god of light, hope, and true justice. The new identity, similar to the old, but filled with her ideas, surge into me, revitalizing what I stand for. In the hereafter, the palaces once more shine with light. It is still faint, but it's a beginning. Prophets make gods, prophets remake gods, and I am reborn in an age of injustice and fear. I smile as my old dying body falls apart, revealing my new shape. Resplendent, shining, not with the light of the sun, but with a warm glow of fire. My eyes, which were once like the sun, are now like the flames of cities. I smile at the prophet as we walk out of the filthy house that had once belonged to a foul monster. She entered it scared and alone. I entered it weak and dying. We walk out strong and fearless. So, how do you want to do this? I smile at her. Why, prophet, let's smite some evil. She nods as officers of the corrupt law come to us in the howling chariots. Well, those fuckers kept that gross piece of shit back in that shithouse from getting caught, because he was the brother-in-law of the sheriff. They didn't care about what he did. Bastard killed my friend Joan, I say. That's a good place to start. I haven't felt this alive since the Bronze Age collapse, as I unsheathe my burning blade. True justice has long been absent, but now we are here.